To see a lot of quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Paul George, Maxey out there with Gordon. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. Now here's LeBron over George. Offensive rebound. Vanderbilt takes the 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And the basket by Gordon.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Another shot. LeBron with the block.
And Bron with the block. Look, the shooters are working hard, but he is all over them. I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
It's good from long range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Maxey. Good on the bucket.
Maxey just completely disregarding the defense because he can.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Coach said he knows the obstacles of playing against Paul George. He told me, you know he's going to have his fingerprints all over this game on offense and defense. Our goal will be to minimize how often we let him disrupt our game plan. We'll see how long they can keep George out of the picture. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And he stays with it. Back to Reddish. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Porter out.
Maxey attacking. Embiid wide open. And the 3 ball is good.
Just another thing that makes Embiid unguardable. He can hit shots from any spot on the floor.
And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
LeBron, a screen on Oubre. Doncic kicks to LeBron. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Richard, you were a teammate of LeBron James's, winning a title in Cleveland with them, playing with LeBron. What was something you learned about his game and about him?
Well, I learned that he takes the greatness that has been bestowed upon him as a gift, and it is a curse, but he understands how to handle both. A great look provided by Embiid. The big man just dropping dimes.
And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Doncic. LeBron's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
The footwork, the patience, watching Embiid go to work inside is just a treat.
Here's Doncic. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Embiid, the pass to Gordon. Embiid inside, working on James, and Embiid throws it down.
Get out of that man's way. Embiid throwing down that power finish.
LeBron with a screen on Gordon. Eric Gordon grabs the board.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Gotta be a little embarrassed by that.
And George with the stuff.
Holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
Vanderbilt misses. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. To the inside. Vanderbilt with the steal. James against Embiid. They get it back. Vanderbilt kicks to Finney-Smith. Pass to Doncic. And stolen by Gordon. The finish. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Maxey. Paul George is out there with Oubre. And there's Gordon. And it's Embiid. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Hachimura. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA. And sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Drills it from outside.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. The 76ers trail by 3. Maxey kicks to Embiid. Oh, Embiid, too tough inside.
Smart pass from the quick-thinking Maxey, outstanding at finding uncovered teammates.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Maxey finds Embiid. 76ers moving the ball around. Embiid showing his range right there.
The team just loves to see Embiid fired up on offense like this. They really rely on his scoring ability.
Pass to Hayes. Now here's Goodwin. Hayes with the screen for Goodwin. Over Gordon. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
Yeah, thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. The 76ers making the switch here. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Reeves outside. Hayes with the screen for Reeves. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Connect. The Lakers rebound. Pass to Hachimura. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
Los Angeles ball.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. From the arc. And it's Connect. That time on the assist by Goodwin. Connect's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 16 feet away. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Maxi's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. They set the pick. Pass to Hayes. Hachimura with it. Here's Reeves. 5 to shoot. And here is Goodwin. Stolen by Gordon. Embiid kicks to Gordon. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. With the league's 65-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career. But he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
Quentin Grimes is checked in for the 76ers. Kyle Lowry comes in for Maxey. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. 1:10 left in the first half. Embiid, the pass to Yabusele. A good look from Embiid. The 17-footer goes down. Embiid's got the lead up to 4 now for Philadelphia.
In the mid-range, Embiid is pretty confident. He goes right up and drains that jump shot with ease.
From deep, Reeves. And it's Council with the rebound. Philadelphia's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate. He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Pass to Grimes. Now Embiid. Here's Council. Outside for Lowry. To the middle. And that one's good. Council.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
That will count. A shot missing. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the 76ers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
They've got Cameron Reddish. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's James in at the 5. That's the Laker 5. 4 on the shot clock. Grimes. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's going to be on Cam Reddish. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Drummond comes in for Joel Embiid, and Kelly Oubre subbed in for Edwards. The 76ers leading by 7. Outside Lowry. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Lowry finds Drummond. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Grimes passes to George. Good. And the 76ers lead by 9.
And definitely a shot George willing to take. His stroke makes it easy work for him.
And it's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Oubre outside. Lowry dishes to Oubre. Shot clock at 6. George with the screen on Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got 4 rebounds in this game. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strengths. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. Back to Drummond. Lets it go from deep. A three-pointer is right on target. Drummond's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers. From deep, LeBron. Rebound by the 76ers. Now here's Lowry. Still without a basket. Drummond sets the screen for Lowry. Launches it. The shot comes out. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. Back to Doncic. Lakers passing it around. Here's Vanderbilt. Kicks it out to James. Strong inside. What a move by James.
Man, this guy, he just lives in pressure. He's so cool in those moments. Very aware of the shot clock situations at all times. I'm not even impressed anymore.
And Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Vanderbilt kicks to Finney-Smith. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. It's hauled in by George.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Lowry for 3. Tries to save it and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Lakers trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Reddish the pass to Doncic. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Doncic. There's the 3. They get it back. This one for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Vanderbilt's got 6.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
High arcing shot. Outside, George. Oubre sets the screen for George. 5 on the clock. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And that one's good. James.
I like how fast Bond makes decisions, reading the defense ahead of time, rising and shooting with confidence.
Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Lets it go with the 3. Here's Drummond. Second chance shot. Grimes with the bucket. Grimes has got 4 points in the quarter.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And here's LeBron outside. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. 76. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Paul George is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Oubre. Then there's Gordon. And it's Maxey in at the point guard position. There's the triple. Buries it from three-point range. Maxey's got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers.
So locked in from range, Maxey almost makes it look effortless.
Vanderbilt setting the pick for Doncic. Pass to Vanderbilt. Outside, Maxey. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Another three for Philadelphia. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, they just jump at it.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Maxey. Takes a three.
Capable of guarding any position. LeBron is also skilled at just contesting shots.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
George with the ball. And it's Reddish picking him up. Now Embiid. That three off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Vanderbilt finds Doncic. Shoots over Oubre. Los Angeles with another miss. Philadelphia with the ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Lobbed up there for Embiid. And stolen by LeBron. Here's Vanderbilt. Offensive rebound. The three for Doncic. Clock at 6. Fades. And it's James missing. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his third foul of the game.
Second team foul.
There's the steal.
This is a clinic. They have absolutely owned this game, still keeping the pressure up with their D.
From range, LeBron is good.
When LeBron is being aggressive on offense, you got to make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
Kicks it out to Gordon. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Put that bucket in no time at all.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And George with this stuff.
And the speed of George on the drive, amazing at attacking the rim.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Got that one up quick. Embiid's got 21.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the 76ers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Joel Embiid.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And the Lakers with possession here. 15-point game. The three for Doncic. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Gordon finds George. From deep three-point territory. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the 76ers lead by 18. From deep, James. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 16-6 run. George, no good. Fade away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Fires from way outside. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.
Here we go.
Face off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now, New York starting five. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. Here's Brunson. Here's Towns. The kick out to Brunson. Bridges outside. Takes the three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Bridges finding his spot, and his team finds him with the ball. Good mechanics there, too.
And stolen by Bridges. And here we go. The Knicks in transition. Here's Hart. No good that time. Good D by Doncic. And there's James from the arc. Counted from distance.
That's pretty clever from LeBron. Knows precisely when to rise up and let that one go.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
And down it goes. 2 points.
And you can't give LeBron James that much room off the pick. He doesn't need much space to get that shot off.
It's Bridges on the wing. Doncic feeling it out a bit. James against Anunoby. Reddish, a screen on Anunoby. James can't get it to go.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Vanderbilt pulls it in. The Lakers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Lets the three fly. Again, the miss by James. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Bridges. Hard up top. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
Now here's Vanderbilt. The three is up. Hart pulls it in.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
For three, Bridges. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
Yep, count it.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Anunoby. Pass to Towns. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, DA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run. He's so good at getting to the rim, maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
Using that change of pace off the dribble, Doncic gets the shots he wants.
Now here's Brunson. Yet to see a basket. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
That one drops for him.
Look, with the size and athleticism of LeBron James, he gives you more problems than the math book.
Hart from long range. Rebound by the Lakers. Vanderbilt's got 4 rebounds in the game. Doncic with it. Towns covering. Outside Vanderbilt. For 3. And here's Doncic outside. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Bridges. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. And Anunoby for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
Here's James. Driving inside. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
Back to Brunson. And he banks in the layup. Brunson's gotten his second bucket.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Puts up a 3. And it's James with the 3.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Substitution. Precious Achiuwa. P.J. Tucker.
He gets it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Great job ending the quarter on a...
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's the Knicks, up 2. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. They've got P.J. Tucker. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Precious Achiuwa, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. And Reddish gets it to go.
We know Reddish can sink it from the outside. For him, it's about staying confident with that kind of shot.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Here's Achiuwa. Out to Bridges. This one for 3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Knicks leading by 5. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Here's Vanderbilt. It goes. He's made 3 shots in 6 attempts.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Anunoby. Here's Brunson. That's tipped. Out to Bridges. 3-pointer. And the Knicks, another 3.
And Bridges playing with extreme confidence is on fire right now.
Doncic, a screen on Achua. James from distance. Easy work.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Doncic. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And it's now just a 1-point Knick lead.
Oh my, tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. Back to Bridges. Outside Tucker. That 3's off the mark. Los Angeles. New York has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. James left side. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. Pass to Bridges. Here's Tucker. Gets the 3 to fall. Tucker's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
I don't think the defense expected P.J. Tucker to pull the trigger from that far out.
Reddish finds Doncic. And here's Vanderbilt. The rebound by Bridges. Knicks leading by 4. Brunson passes to Tucker. Achua with it, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's foul number 2 for him, and it's a completely new group for the Lakers. New York making a switch here. Here's Towns. He has 6. Pass to Tucker. And slam dunk by Tucker.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
Bridges passes to Tucker. It's Bridges on the wing. 17 points in the game.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Outside Hart. Bridges passes to Hart. Back to Bridges. Knocks it loose.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Kicks it out Towns. He shoots. Nice shot from the wing. And it's a 10-point New York lead.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Mikal Bridges has been on display for New York. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
They've got Hayes. Rui Hachimura is out there with Connect. And it's Austin Reeves. And it's Goodwin in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Laker 5.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Drains the triple. Hachimura's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
It's stolen by Wright. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Three-pointer, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And finished off by Hayes.
BA, forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet.
And this is why you got to get to P.J. Tucker and close down his airspace, or he's just going to pull up.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And that one falls for Towns. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty and they don't give up.
Hachimura from long range gets the 3 ball to go. Hachimura's got 6.
And how about Hachimura just pulling up and playing assertive there?
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And some changes here for New York. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Shamet in for Anunoby. Left side McBride. And stolen by Hayes. He's got a clear path. The finish. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
And you can see the agility from Rui Hachimura. Fantastic job just getting out and converting.
Outside McBride. Back to Wright. Pass to McBride. Here he goes. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Wow, that is awesome to see the small man challenge the big man. Sometimes when you jump, you can be taller than the big fella.
And here's Reeves outside. It's hauled in by Robinson.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Shamet. Off the mark there with a 3. Lakers trail by 6. Pass to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Shamet passes to McBride. Back to Shamet. Six to shoot. And Reeves pulls it down. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Hayes hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And now it's just a 2-point Knick lead. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third, and he gets that one.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Pass to Hayes. And out of bounds. The Knicks will take it.
And if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
A new lineup here for New York. And here's Brunson from the arc. He can't hit that time. The Lakers have gotten 7 of 8 shots to fall in the third quarter so far. Hayes finds Reeves. Hayes with a screen on Bridges. From deep, Reeves. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. Out to the right wing. And it's blocked.
And Hachimura putting the long arms to use.
Hachimura sets a screen. And he drives in. Fades and shoots. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Here's Brunson. Outside Hart deflects the pass. And stolen by Reeves. And it's the Lakers on the break. Three-pointer in transition. Reeves has got his first 3 points of the game.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. New York out in front, up by 4, and we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. They've got Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Towns in at the 5.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Left side, Vanderbilt. To the paint. Here's Reddish. Doesn't go for him. Hart with the defensive effort. Knicks leading by 4. 60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. Here's Brunson. Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. And stolen by Vanderbilt. Anunoby against James. Back to Vanderbilt. And he gets it to go.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Brunson passes to Bridges. Now it's Hart. Out to Bridges. Clock at 6. Here's Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Bridges. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He doesn't.
First team foul. Shooting for New York.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
James passes to Finney-Smith. Doubled by Hart. Reddish against Anunoby. Out to James. With the fadeaway. And Anunoby pulls it down.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Towns. Oh, he goes right over LeBron and slams it down.
And that's a powerful man right there. Towns is never going to pass up a chance to finish with authority.
2 minutes remain in this ball game.
Outside Brunson. Three-pointer. Oh, way out there. Jalen Brunson.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
And look at Luka now getting aggressive at the arc. He was eager to answer that last 3.
Anunoby on the wing. Shoots. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Finney-Smith passes to Reddish. Vanderbilt with it. Back to James. Pass to Vanderbilt. Fires the 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Brunson with it. Fires the 3. Finney-Smith pulls it in. And James launches it from deep. Launches a three. Count it. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
Who else but LeBron could pull that off? Keeping his cool and delivering in the clutch.
Brunson looks it over. Pass to Bridges. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Well, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Drills it from deep. And the Knicks lead by 9.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
It's James on the wing. Covered by Towns. And LeBron James hits from deep.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Towns finds Anunoby. Back to Towns. Here's Brunson outside. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the long J.
3-1.
James, that's good. So New York wins it. And they barely squeak. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
Welcome, everyone. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Anunoby. Hart is out there with Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the point. And for the 76ers, Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. Joel Embiid out there with Yabusele. And it's George in at the 3. Brunson goes in. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Pass to Hart. Inside, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Stolen by Brunson. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Hart the pass to Brunson. Here's Towns. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Boy, you have to love how Jalen Brunson orchestrates this offense. So good at getting the ball where it needs to be.
With the floater, the Knicks pull it in. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Here's Yabusele. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Here's George. Count the basket.
Boy, how pure a shooter is Paul George. That form is simply on point.
Towns, a screen on George. Count it, good. Brunson's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Embiid, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And here are the 76ers now. 8-point game. Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Doesn't take much for Maxey to find a lane to the rim.
Brunson scanning the floor. Bridges against George. Towns kicks to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. Towns for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Bridges with the steal. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping. And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Embiid with the steal. 52 seconds left to play in the first. And Embiid throws it down.
And right there, Embiid showing he's just too big and too skilled to stop.
Maxey against Bridges. There's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. He takes it in, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, sometimes aggression can overcome certain offensive limitations. You saw it right there.
And it's in there.
I tell you, Kelly Oubre Jr. can play with confidence on the interior, and that's a result of his vertical.
George against Brunson. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. And Bridges jams it in.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Maxey plays it up and banks it in. Maxey's got 9. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And, boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Achua. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Bridges in at shooting guard. Robinson's checked in for Achua. Now here's Oubre. Maxey looking it over. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and it's Kelly Oubre with the 3. Oubre's got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
And you've got to admire the toughness that Embiid plays with. He doesn't let fouls stop him from scoring.
It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play. Yeah, good awareness by Mitchell Robinson. Reads the coverage and capitalizes as a roller.
Outside, Maxey. Robinson with the block. And now the Knicks on the break. Embiid against Hart. Down low. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now, here's Bridges. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Hart. Bridges with it. Over Oubre. Bridges misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. It's still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
For Philadelphia, Joel Embiid. Shooting 1.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Council's checked in, and it's Quentin Grimes in for Kelly Oubre. Maxey kicks to Embiid. Robinson with the block. So they foul intentionally. Towns, he's checked in for New York. P.J. Tucker comes in for Josh Hart.
Second team foul. Checking in for the Knicks.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Here's Bridges. Shot from the inbound. Pass to Tucker. Back to Bridges. Tucker a screen. Bridges dishes to Towns.
Big time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has she shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
And it's Wright missing. 76ers have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. To the paint, here's Council, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, clever pass there from Maxey. So good at finding his teammates.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Here's Embiid following the score by New York. Maxey with it. Now guarded by Towns.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Maxey. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here's Bridges. 9 points in the game so far. Towns wide open. Good on the triple. Towns has got 7 points for the quarter.
That's the confidence of Towns. This guy, regardless of situation, believes that shot is going in.
Maxey kicks to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball over. Teardrop shot. Oh, muscling it home. Embiid.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Brunson, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. Brunson's got 8 points.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to talk to his guys.
Substitution on the court.
A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And he drains the 3. But let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And the teams are going to have...
The previous play is under review.
They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to...
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The Knicks, 32. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fans half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Paul George is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Gordon. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Lowry passes to George. Clock at 4. To the wing on the left. Here's Yabusele. And the 3 off target. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. They lead by 1. Pass to Robinson, and that's an intentional foul.
Quentin Grimes. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for your 76ers.
McBride with the ball. No scoring in this one. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
6 to shoot. Right side Robinson. Pass to Brunson.
Well, we call that defensive chops, right? Paul George is draped all over his man. He will not give up anything easy.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Here's Maxey. Robinson pulls it in.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
And just no fear, guys. I mean, he is willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boys.
Robinson kicks to Brunson. Back to Robinson. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. For the Knicks, Towns, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. P.J. Tucker comes in for OG Anunoby. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Miles McBride. Bridges finds Towns. Some nice passing by New York here. Another shot out to the right wing. Here's Tucker. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
Swiped it away. It's George on the wing. Defended by Hart. And Embiid throws it down.
Well, no question, Joel Embiid is page 1 on the scouting report. Maybe page 2 and 3 as well. He is a handful.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Maxey with it. Bridges covering.
2 minutes remaining.
To the inside. Here's Oubre. And finished off by Oubre.
This guy's a super quick leaper. Oubre doesn't need much time to get off the floor.
And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Maxey attacking. Embiid from outside. It's rebounded by New York. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his 3rd foul of the game. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for the Knicks. The Knicks leading by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Bridges finds Hart. Takes it inside. Misses the layup. The 76ers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the 3rd. That leaves room for improvements. Maxey attacking. Pass to Yabusele. And stolen by Wright. Down low. Hart the pass to Towns. Back to Hart. Left side, Towns. Here's Tucker. That one misses. Excellent D there from George. The 76ers trail by 3. Driving the lane. Here's Yabusele. Defended by Hart. No holding back. Embiid takes it in.
Boy, what great body control you saw there. Laying it up and in despite having the defense draped all over him.
Right. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Knicks lead by 3.
You have to account for Jelon Wright at the cup. This guy has good size at his position.
Embiid with the screen on Wright. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And they go to the intentional foul. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. And here's George for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Knicks leading by 3, setting the floor for the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Bridges. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Towns penetrating, and Towns throws it down.
Boy, you love his toughness. You can tell that this young guy cares. The game is important to Karl Anthony Towns.
Bridges with the steal. Towns against Embiid. Out to Bridges. And Bridges jams it in.
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
Embiid sets the pick for Lowry. 3-pointer. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Joel Embiid.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Rocket 2. Basket good. And the Knicks lead by 6.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Here's Maxey. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
George against Anunoby. It's up a 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Robinson. Embiid against Wright. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Joel Embiid.
Just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Pass to Bridges. Now here's Towns. Back to Bridges. Embiid against Towns. Towns, a screen on George. Launches a three. Anunoby can't get that one to fall. 76ers have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Edwards looking it over. Maxey against Wright. Out to the right wing. Embiid kicks to Maxey. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And it's Wright with the ball for New York. A 2-point game. Hart finds Wright. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. And the dunk by Towns.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Pass to Embiid. Maxey sets a screen for Embiid. Back to Maxey. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
So poised in these situations. Love seeing Maxey rise to the occasion and knock that one down.
Wright, the pass to Bridges. Wright with a screen on Oubre. Maxey against Bridges. New York needs to get off a shot. Wright for three.
That's some parallel defensive focus from Kelly Oubre. He's all over his man and just suffocates that shot.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. Pass to Wright. Outside, Towns. The kick out to Anunoby. 4 on the clock. Towns down low. Guarded by Embiid. Towns, no luck. Outside, Maxey. Here's Embiid to take the lead. Count it!
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got one shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
Substitution on the court.
From deep, Brunson. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's the 76ers take. All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll do it, folks.
starters. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's James. Then there's Cam Reddish. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. And for the 76ers, Eric Gordon is out there with Maxey. Then there's George. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Embiid in at the center position.
Speed and power and the ability to finish with both hands make LeBron James's drives deadly.
And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020.
Yeah, it really has, BA, and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
Now here's George. Screen by Embiid. George's shot is off.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now here's Doncic. He drops it from range.
Luka Doncic with the three-point answer, as competitive as they come.
Launches a three. James with the rebound.
And just terrible defense.
Oh, man. Whoa. Punch, that was.
Bad intentions.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Now here's Oubre. Back to George. The three is up. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. I asked him how they plan to deal with Luka Doncic, and he said, look, we all know what Luka can do. He'll get his points, but we can't let him take over. We have to maintain our focus on defense for every minute of all 4 quarters.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Nice shot by George.
Cannot let George get his feet set out on the perimeter. He'll bury it.
And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, BA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
Maxey passes to George. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
His second personal foul.
That one on Doncic.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
You know, LeBron's not really known for his quick trigger, but showing you right there that he does have catch and shoot ability.
Up top, George. Maxey on the wing. Reddish covering. Shot clock at 6. Gordon finds George. From downtown, knocks it down from distance. George has got 11 points.
And you got to appreciate the competitive fire on display. It's almost like George says, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for revenge.
Now, here is James. He's got 9. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first. Pass to Embiid. Out to Gordon. Here's George. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
There is no slowing down Paul George. A volcanic eruption from PG tonight.
Pulls it. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
For 3, Maxey. Doncic pulls down the board. The Lakers trail. Here's Reddish. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got his 3rd assist of the night.
I like Doncic's willingness to share the ball. He wants to see other guys involved in producing.
Now here's Oubre. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
On defense, the Lakers. The offensive rebound. Back to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Here's Maxey. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Doncic against Oubre. It's stolen by Maxey. Fast break, Philadelphia. The pull-up. And Oubre gets it to go. He's got 5.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Paul George. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, we've got Cam Reddish. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's James, and it's Doncic in at the 1. And it's Maxey missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Ryan, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. And there's James from the arc. No good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Shot is good by Gordon.
Boy, Gordon sends that one straight down and in from beyond the arc.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
A great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Joining us for the 76ers home game, Diplo.
Yeah, a guy who loves this city and loves these Sixers. And he has to be in a good mood with how they've been performing so far.
Here's Maxey. Kicks it to George. Takes the three. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control. Capable of running the offense. Doncic, fantastic at getting his teammates involved.
Throws it down despite a man right in his face. Opportunity here to make it a three-point play.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Finney Smith off target with the three. Philadelphia leading by 11. Outside Oubre. Pass to Embiid. Embiid, a screen on Reddish. Ooh, poked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Vanderbilt. And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. 4 on the clock. For three, Maxey sends it home from three-point land. Maxey's got 9.
The unbridled confidence of Maxey at the arc, you can see it and feel it. He knows how good he is.
Maxey against Reeves. Here's Goodwin. Back to Reeves. Hayes up top. Over Gordon. Hayes misses. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 17-5 run, despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games. Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
The size and strength of Embiid, he is absolutely mammoth. Really hard to deal with. You may need a couple of guys to box him out.
George with a steal. And he's all alone. He's all alone. Oh, and the dunk by George.
That's just strength from Paul George. I mean, fighting through the contact, doing a good job of it there.
This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. That's good from George. You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Boy, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Here's Maxey, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Maxey taking up that airspace, doing a nice job just bouncing off the floor there.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Reeves. Hayes with a screen on Maxey. From deep, Reeves. The long distance three is buried. Maxey on the wing. He's covered by Reeves. And here's Oubre from the arc. That shot missing. Hachimura from long range. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Philadelphia in. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot run line. They're measuring up that shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Paul George has been sensational.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the 76ers. We've got Kelly Oubre. Joel Embiid is out there with Kyle Lowry. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Lowry is a fearless scorer despite his lack of size, and he's never one to back away from the trees inside.
Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Philadelphia leading by 16. Lowry, right side. Fires the 3. Knocks down the triple. Lowry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, there's a pit bull kind of quality to Kyle Lowry's game. He's relentless at both ends.
Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. 6 on the shot clock. Fades back. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Hayes. Count the basket. Hayes has gotten his first basket of the night.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
From deep. Rebound by the Lakers.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Clark Hachimura has always been a monster with his strength. He knows how to use his frame.
He sure does, and he has an ample frame, B.A. And working out with LeBron during the summer and training certainly hasn't hurt him in that regard. He knows how to use his body, but he's also become a pretty reliable three-point shooter and all-around scorer.
Hachimura, the pass to Goodwin. He takes it in. It's tipped. For 3, Lowry connects from downtown. Lowry's got 10 points here in the second half.
A little role reversal here for Lowry. Typically, Kyle is the one setting others up.
Outside Reeves. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And he's going for the lob. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Drummond, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And now the Sixers on the break. Grimes' shot is off. Drummond passes to Lowry. Lets it go from deep. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Here in the third, he's really started started to heat up from the perimeter.
Hachimura with a screen on Lowry to halt the run. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Reeves has got 5 points now this quarter.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That's his first foul of the game. And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
Poke loose. Pass to Maxey. And here's George. Clock at 6. Driving to the post. Oh my goodness!
Disrespectful.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
And Maxey, here we go. Gordon with it. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Misses the three.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Here's Finney-Smith. No good from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Now here's Embiid. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Pass to George. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Reddish. Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. The three, James. On the break. Here's George. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming.
And so it's Philadelphia. A huge 24-point lead for them. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court for the Lakers, Luka Doncic is out there with Cam Reddish. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's James in at the center position, filling out the middle.
Just way too fast for him. Maxey, quick on the drive.
And for the Lakers, they're shooting it at 52%. Reddish, a screen on Oubre. And here's Doncic outside. And the three-pointer goes.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
James outside. No good on the three. The Sixers lead by 23. Pass to Oubre. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Well, I tell you what, you better track Bron all over the floor, or he's going to make you pay.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers to the wing on the left. Oubre passes to Maxey. Back to Oubre. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That'll be a move to remember.
Wow. Yeah, great creativity in the air.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
George scanning the floor. Oh, and the dunk by George.
George playing strong down low. Love to see him finish with authority.
James, a screen on Oubre. From deep, here's Doncic. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's James. Vanderbilt to pass to James. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Back to Reddish. Shot clock at 6. And again, the Lakers, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. And the shot goes. Maxi's got 4 points this quarter.
That's where Maxi's at his best. He wants to get the ball inside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
James finds Doncic. The 3 is up. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Maxey with it. Guarded now by Finney-Smith. And here's Gordon from the arc. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
Gordon's got a great ability to draw contact. You got to respect that. He's an aggressive scorer who makes it tough on the defense, even if they get physical with him.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the 76ers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Paul George.
He was all over the place, pressuring ball handlers, jumping the passing lanes. His steals made a huge impact on this game. Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climbing.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And here's Oubre from the arc. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory. Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Maxey, that's good.
Every time Maxey steps on the floor, you expect a big scoring night. Tyrese can explode offensively at any time.
And here's James. Back to Doncic. Fires from way outside. Unable to get that one. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get Allie. Thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
This one has a bit of an old school feel to it, doesn't it? These teams love to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
And now the Lakers starting group. We've got Rui Hachimura. Reddish out there with Luka Doncic. And it's LeBron James. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Here's Bridges. Out to Brunson. Shot clock at 5. New York needs to get off a shot from outside the arc.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. We talked about the strategy for taking on a guy like Luka Doncic. He told me that the thing is Luka steals all the attention out there, which allows his teammates to find open looks, so we're not going to let him distract us on defense. So it sounds like they'll be focusing on defending against Luka and company, not just Luka. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but he's not who you want to leave open.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Now, here's Doncic. Good work there as it goes. Doncic has got 5.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Brunson kicks to Anunoby. No good from outside. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Hachimura. Second chance effort. The shot by LeBron, no good. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. That's a 2 from Towns. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Reddish. Here's Finney Smith. Great touch on the 16-footer.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Hart, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Here's Doncic after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. And the shot goes in. Doncic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
Bridges finds Brunson. New York moving it around. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Reddish. And they're pushing it up. Finished off the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And Towns throws it down.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
The 3 for Doncic. Sinks the triple. Doncic has got 10.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Anunoby. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Anunoby's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Knicks.
Knicks time, 14.
Towns against Doncic. Back to LeBron. Pass to Finney-Smith. Just 4 to shoot. And the dunk by LeBron.
This is classic LeBron, leaping off the floor for a powerful dunk.
Bridges against Doncic. Bridges shot good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Bridges passes to Hart. The kick out to Anunoby. No good on the triple. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Substitution for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson. P.J. Tucker.
Off the inbound. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Lakers. He got it up. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge, too.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Cameron Reddish is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's LeBron in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
Nailed from three-point land.
Once the last three went in, I looked at LBJ, and I was like, yo, I think he's going to try and respond.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much.
Eye-popping talent from Doncic. We don't see many players with his size and skill set.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Richard, one thing you don't see Mikal Bridges do is miss games. He is always out there.
I think it would take a lot to make him sit out of a game. He is committed to being there for his team. It's so impressive.
Now here is Hachimura. 5 points in the game. Doncic dishes to Reddish. Doncic steps on the gas. It's rebounded by Brunson.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit. The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that. Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 6-point game. Knocked loose. Doncic with the steal. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
And Tucker kicks to Anunoby. Hands it from downtown. Anunoby's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Knicks.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Pass to Reddish. Back to Doncic. To the middle. Finney Smith passes to Hayes. Here's Hachimura. And again, no good by the Lakers. Knicks trail by 4. Inside. Ball's not loose. It's stolen by Hachimura. Pass to Doncic. Fires the 3. Shoots the 3. And the Lakers with another miss. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. In the corner, it's Bridges. The tray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 1:30 left here in the second. Here's Reddish. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists in the game.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
And here is Doncic after Jalen Brunson getting his shot to go from deep. Stolen by Tucker. Now Anunoby. He's got 14. Pass to Bridges.
I consider Mikal Bridges a high motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of it.
The Knicks have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. Josh Hart comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's DeLon Wright in for Jalen Brunson. Miles McBride's checked in for the Knicks. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Rui Hachimura. Gannett comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Goodwin's checked in for Reddish. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic. James checked in for Jackson Hayes. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's LeBron. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
Oh, man, LeBron just big boy basketball on full display.
RJ, last season, LeBron passed 40,000 career points. Do you think we'll ever see someone get even close to that number again?
Probably not, Kevin. Not in my lifetime. You have to understand, you're going to have to score 25 points a game for 20-plus seasons to even have a chance. LeBron, he's one of them.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and Gannett gets it to go.
And that's Gannett's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown three-point shooter.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Vanderbilt. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers on top. They're up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done is OG Anunoby.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Mitchell Robinson out there with Hart. Then there's Miles McBride. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Now here's James. to Reeves. To the middle. Here's Vanderbilt, and he banks in the layup. Vanderbilt's got the first bucket of the third here for the Lakers.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Towns throws it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now, here's Vanderbilt. Reeves outside. Misses the three.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Three-pointer. Robinson with the block. Right with it. Still yet to score. And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's McBride. Pass to Hart. Towns sets the pick for Hart. 6 on the shot clock. Towns kicks to Robinson. Back to Towns. Right for three. A rebound by the Lakers. Here's Reeves. Rebounded by Hart. It's tipped. Vanderbilt with it. Hart covering. And stolen by Wright. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Towns. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
Vanderbilt a screen on Towns. And here's James outside. Over to the wing. Connect sets a screen for Reeves. Los Angeles with another miss. New York's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Wright finds Hart. Wright against Reeves. Just 5 to shoot. Wright the pass to Towns. For the lead. They get it again. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Lakers in the lead. From deep, James. LeBron right to the finish.
Look, James is so good at disguising his pull-up jumper.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. A different look for New York. OG Anunoby's checked in for Tom. Mikal Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for DeLon Wright. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Los Angeles. I know Reeves has been accused of running fouls before, Richard. Do you see that?
I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Brunson sets a screen for Anunoby. And the shot is good. Anunoby's got 16.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Hayes the pass to Reeves. Here's Goodwin. Off target with his 3. The Knicks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Bridges dishes to Towns for the tie. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it's the size and mobility of Towns that makes it so hard to deal with, especially when he's looking to score.
And it's tied up with that one.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Doubled by Hart. Here's Vanderbilt. Pass to Goodwin. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hart, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Love the way Bridges moves that ball around. Always comes out of his hands crisp, on time, and on target.
Reeves gets the bucket. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Now here's Towns. He's got 12. Goodwin with the steal. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Vanderbilt kicks to Hayes. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Brunson. Here's Bridges. Fires from deep. Traps in the tray. Bridges has got the lead up to 2 now for New York.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what...
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Knicks lead by 2. And we'll be back right after this. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. We've got Doncic, Rui Hachimura out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Reddish. And it's James in at the center filling out the middle.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Luka Doncic.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Anunoby, no good. The Lakers shooting well, 50% from the floor. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And it's all about getting to the right spot. And Hachimura did just that in transition.
Back to Bridges. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
Just solid with the jump shot. Hachimura helps your offense in a number of ways. In that case, spacing the floor.
Achua, the pass to Bridges. Anunoby kicks it to Tucker. Pass to Achua. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bridges. Back to Achua from the arc. Rebound the Lakers. LeBron with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Here's Hachimura. And stolen by Achua. To the paint. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Anthony Towns checked in for New York. Josh Hart comes in for P.J. Tucker. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked to the team. He told them this is what it's all about, proving we're the better team in a tough situation. But you got to want it. Coach told his guys they have what it takes to win here. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Anunoby outside. Back to Brunson. 5 on the clock. Pass to Anunoby.
And that's terrific D by Hachimura. He's shown he has the strength and length to match up against almost anyone.
Kicks it out to LeBron. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Bridges sets the screen for Brunson. There's the triple. And there's Bridges on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his 6th assist on the night. Lakers trail by 3. Here's LeBron. And James picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And stolen by James. What a thing of beauty from James.
I'm sorry, just who else would you want it shooting there? LeBron James, just so calm under pressure.
2 minutes.
Anunoby outside. Bridges sets the screen for Anunoby. Shoots the 3. Reddish grabs the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
The kick out to Anunoby. To the inside. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Brunson. The close range shot is good from Brunson.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
The Knicks with the lead. Towns, the pass to Bridges. New York moving it around. And it's Towns penetrating from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. In a wide open look for Hachimura. Nails the triple.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Towns in the corner. Pass to Hart. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him.
And there are subtleties to Big Cat's approach. A nice pump fake that time.
Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And Towns drops them both.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
Doncic against Bridges. Doncic looking it over. Pass to Hachimura. Doncic against Hart. And a miss there on the triple. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Now here's Brunson. Guarded by Reddish. On the wing, Bridges. To win the game. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here we go. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the center. And that one's good. Hachimura.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Out to Bridges. Back to Brunson. Left side, Towns. 5 to shoot. Pass to Hart. Fires the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Hart's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
James a screen on Bridges. Here's Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. LeBron, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here is Hart. The kick out to Town. Hart with the screen for Bridges. And Hart has it in the corner. Pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And how about the game from Towns? The combination of that height and shooting probably unmatched in the NBA.
LeBron passes to Finney Smith.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And the Knicks with possession here. Brunson outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And man, can Brunson get going in a hurry? He's got his fingerprints all
over this one.
Oh, James muscles it in.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stop down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Anunoby kicks to Bridges. Brunson outside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 so far in their 3-point attempts in overtime. Now, here's Reddish. Defense right on him.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Brunson surveying the D. And he commits the intentional foul.
First team foul.
Down low. Here's Anunoby. Money!
And the native of England, Anunoby doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
73.
Doncic against Bridges.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Hard against Hachimura. And an intentional foul right there.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
And those were some big-time shots. Those free throws helping make this a 3-point game.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point. So I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll...
Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward. And for the Knicks, they've got Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Hart passes to Towns. Outside Anunoby. Outside Hart. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Anunoby. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And Maxey, here we go. Embiid from outside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And we know Embiid has this kind of touch from deep. Nice triple.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. The biggest focus on the defensive end, the big man, Joel Embiid. Coach telling me that they've talked a lot about how to defend Embiid. They have a great film session on it, but at the end of the day, he said Joel is a monster down low, so there's only so much you can do. It'll be fun watching the process do his thing tonight, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid, convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Embiid finds Maxey. Back to Embiid. Maxey with it. Embiid, a screen on Brunson. Sinks the tray.
You kind of saw this coming. Maxey had to at least try to one-up.
Here's Anunoby to the middle. Outside Hart. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
You know, one thing about Maxey is that he always is looking for an outlet.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Towns passes to Brunson. And here's Bridges. He's covered by Oubre. And Anunoby for 3. It's rebounded by George. The Sixers leading. Pass to Maxey. Here's Yabusele. Maxey surveys from behind the arc. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Yeah, just an outstanding find by Maxey. More than willing to give it up to open teammates.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Well, Oubre, the closer he gets, the more excitable he can be. What a finish.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Embiid finds George. Embiid, a screen on Anunoby. Here's George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, when you talk about a classic 3-and-D guy, Paul George is one of the first to come to mind, Brent.
I agree, B.A. I think he's been a little bit underappreciated. But this guy, both ends of the floor, with the ability to score and defend, is elite.
Wright's checked in for New York.
Now, Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA, gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
Whoa!
Oh, my goodness!
A big finish right there!
Awesome.
Towns passes to Hart. And there's Wright. That one's good. And the assist from Hart.
Doesn't get much easier than that. Hart was licking his chops when he saw his man wide open.
Outside Oubre. Shoots. Towns with a rebound.
Well, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Anunoby on the wing. George defending. The teardrop. Anunoby can't get it to go.
Whew, I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
Stolen by Bridges. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Three-pointer. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Anunoby's got 6.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
76ers lead, 17.
Maxey against Wright. Right wing. Three-pointer Embiid. The shot misses. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Philadelphia on top. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal, and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Mitchell Robinson is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Bridges in at the 2. That's the group for New York starting the second. Here's Robinson. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Kicks it to George. Fires for 3. Philadelphia with another miss. New York trailing. Pass to Hart. Launches it. Fires in the triple. Hart's gotten a second bucket on the night.
They keep capturing the lead and giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And a big finish by Robinson.
And that's a strength of Mitchell Robinson's game of force in the paint.
Outside Oubre. The 3 on target from range. Oubre's got 7 points in the game. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Clock at 4. Brunson passes to Anunoby. The three-pointer off the mark.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Outside Tucker. Robinson on the wing. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Second chance shot. And there's a nice layup by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter.
Sometimes it's like a patient that's struggling to breathe. You just got to keep the play alive, and Robinson able to do that there.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
So for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for Robinson, and Achua is subbed in for Anunoby. Edwards, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Grimes comes in for Oubre. Lowry against Brunson. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Greg.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
For 3, Lowry. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Tucker finds Towns. He's off on that one. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. For three, George drills it from deep. George has got 7 points in the game.
Really no spot on the floor where George can't hurt you. What a versatile scorer.
Here's Achua, kicks it out Towns. The three. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Brunson outside Achua. Fires from deep. And there's Brunson. That one's good. On the assist by Achua. 9 points in the game.
Totally in rhythm right now. The moment Brunson has the ball in his hands, right into that shot.
Lowry against Brunson. And Lowry is good for three. Lowry's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brunson against George. And that one's good. Brunson.
And those are 2 points earned by Jalen Brunson.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
Philadelphia's gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Drummond to screen on Brunson. Pass to Drummond. Takes a three. That shot off. What if it goes? Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we're through the first half of play here. And okay, Ali, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Jalen Brunson, what a contribution.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is going that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Edwards out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Kyle Lowry, and it's Council in at the three. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
It's Edwards on the wing. Fires the three. Tips it. And it's Brunson with the rebound. And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. It's a one-point game. Hart finds Brunson.
76ers foul.
Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your...
And a minute played as the second half gets going.
Mitchell Robinson.
Outside Brunson. 6 to shoot. Outside McBride. Rebound by the 76ers. Lowry outside. Here's the pick. It's Edwards on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Lowry. Edwards got himself on the board with a three there.
Well, Lowry sees the breakdown, and then he knows the guy's going to be open. What a delivery that was.
Brunson against Lowry. Sneak it inside. It's Brunson.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
37.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Drummond passes to Grimes. 4-3. It's hauled in by Robinson.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Anunoby on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. Hart from long range knocks down the triple. And now a three-point Knick lead.
And he can hurt you from there. The D must be up on Hart when he has the ball.
Lowry outside. There's the triple. Here's Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. Tucker comes in for Anunoby. Mikal Bridges checked in for McBride. And Wright subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Count that bucket.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Maxey attacking. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Maxey's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Kicks it out Towns.
2 minutes.
Back to Wright. Rebound by Philadelphia.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Wright pass to Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Knicks lead by 1.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Without missing a beat, Embiid gets the shot up. That's the work of an assertive offensive player.
Right outside. Pass to Towns. Bridges outside. And there's the screen. Now here's Wright. Not a lot of room. Knocked loose. Towns passes to Hart. That one goes. Count it. Hart's got 5 points in the quarter.
The paint is where Hart does a lot of damage. He'll finish in there at close range.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Now George. And here's Embiid. Give him 8. Embiid elevates.
What a nice attribute to have with your wing player being able to operate and control the offense. That's what PG can do.
And here's Wright from the arc. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. To the right side. Here's Yabusele. That takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. The Sixers on. 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Mikal Bridges is out there with DeLon Wright. Then there's Precious Achiuwa. Then there's P.J. Tucker. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. George scanning the floor. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Embiid misses. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 2. Towns, right side. Right outside. Count it. Good.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
The 76ers shooting around 53%. A nice number. Pass to Embiid. Here's Maxey. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Maxey. And some changes here for New York. Hart's checked in for Achiuwa. Anunoby comes in for Tucker. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Wright. Outside Brunson. Now here's Anunoby.
76ers foul. Gershon Yabusele. First personal foul. First team foul.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Bridges finds Towns. to take the lead. Another shot. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Tom Thibodeau coaching his team during that last break. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
And Allie, thanks. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
The Sixers trailing. Pass to Embiid. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now Maxey. Embiid passes to Oubre. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Yabusele. Three-pointer.
Gritty defender, Hart making those skills known on that possession.
It's Bridges on the wing. With some arc. Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 4-point New York lead.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
For three, Maxey parries it from three.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Brunson passes to Towns. There's the three. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Towns has got 5 points now this quarter.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots. Oh, commanding the ball in big spots. Maxey is so fearless.
Back to Brunson. Harden with a screen on Oubre. And here's Brunson from the arc. 4-3. Brunson nails it.
Oh, huge moment from JB. Brunson knocking it down.
Here's Maxey. And he slams it in one-handed.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Here's Hart. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Not stopping on his way in. Hart going through the defense.
Out to Oubre. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Bridges. Anunoby for three. Towns passes to Anunoby. Back to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. For three, Maxey. Towns with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now here's Brunson. Anunoby with it. Here's Hart. The rebound by Embiid.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
For three, Maxey. The Knicks pull it in.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, BA, you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock. Don't turn it over.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Brunson. The three ball. They grab their own miss. Fires away from way outside. So New York wins it. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day,